Rodriguez. I go by K-Rod. I'm a photographer of 7 years. I'm located here in Pilsen. And I want to introduce my business partners real quick. Frank, can you raise your hand? Everybody say, hey, Frank! Hey. And then Jonathan, see over there? Hey guys. The three of us own this space, so we've been here for about 4 or 5 months now. So we've just been grinding. We are a rental house on top of a photography studio, and we're all freelancers ourselves. So we do a lot of work in Chicago. Some of you are clients, some of you are friends, some of you are colleagues of ours. So thank you guys all for coming and just showing support. We really, really appreciate it. But I just want to get kind of gauge the room. Who here is a full-time photographer or videographer? Exact same, because in this it looks like they have a red backdrop. I have a white backdrop. So what I did was I put 2 strobes and I put gels on them, and they're both facing the background. The strobes that I'm using, these are the Godox SK400Bs. Has anyone used those before? Anybody? This is a Godox 8400. Anyone use this one? So this one's battery powered. Those are powered by cords. So this you can take outside. I love these. I love this strobe so much. If you guys are looking for like a good portable strobe, this is a really good one, and it's a pretty decent budget. It's still expensive, but like for the ones that are out there, it's a decent price. So I have the gels on those 2 lights, and then this is going to be the spotlight.
Showing up. So I didn't have a lot of it needs to look like this, it needs to look like this. It's just like, what's the vision? What am I going to add to bring it to life? So didn't know what the hair's gonna look like, didn't know what the wardrobe's gonna look like, didn't even know what the make. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing. But yeah, I'm excited for what we're about to create. The vibe for the first one really is based upon silhouette. So I'll be doing a lot of different shapes and movement just to bring more structure to what we have going, because it's not super form fitting, but yeah, y'all see. So I've been doing this for to do this for almost 11 years or even 12 years. So very passionate about the artistry. It's not just something to be cute or pretty in. It's
the hair artist for this shoot. I wanted to go something that was structured because we're going with silhouette, but I wanted to add a melanin touch to it. So that's why you see the kinkiness of the hairstyle, because I just wanted something that was going to give her texture and shape. And then the golden color is obviously to complement her skin tone. So I didn't want to wash her out. I did want to go blonde, but not too blonde. So that's what we got there. About myself, I've been a licensed cosmetologist for 11 years. I work in TV. Period. I work in TV and film. You can see my work on Power. You can see my work on season 6 and 7 of The Shy. I work with the WNBA. I'm all over the place. Yeah. So yeah, that's me.
Follow that. Hi guys, I'm Sydney, or Sis Sweet Beat. I'm the makeup artist for today. What I did for her face is just something very simple. I did my photo shoot go-to, but something that was really good with skin and something that would be buildable also. That's something important for photo shoots when you're doing something that you're doing more than one look. You want to start off with a really good base, obviously something that's going to look good on camera, but something that you can add more to or take away from, so that it's not so hard for you to switch between looks, so on and so forth. Me, on the other hand, I've been a licensed esthetician for 11 years too. I've been doing makeup for about 6 years, I would say, professionally. And I'm just a creative all around. I do a lot of stuff, so check me out.
Yo, what up, peeps? I'm Jay from the Thrifted Gig. I do wardrobe styling, so I focus on predominantly sustainable and thrifted wear. So what you see here today is Danielle's wearing a thrifted dress, and I had these flowers that are not clothing. They were some houseware decor that I was like, no, this needs to be on a dress. It needs to look beautiful, and she came out here and she's looking gorgeous. Been doing this for about a little over 4 years now, so feel free to follow me at the Thrifted Gig. I sourced the avant-garde scarf by In Between Branches. And they also do vintage as well, so that's where the Ralph Lauren dress is from as well. Yeah, I'm gonna hand it over.
With the hair, I didn't want it to be too much because this is more of the editorial. So I just split the sides back and pull it away from her face so you can see her beautiful face for this one. Just something simple but yet effective for the look.
I still didn't want to do anything too crazy because this is such a huge, loud piece around her neck, and I wanted that to show, but still be able to have her face and everything complement each other. So I did something kind of like ombre with the lip on the sides, a little bit, nothing too crazy, and then just created like this eye shape. You see how kind of like curved up to her face, like along her eye line or whatever. Added that blush down, giving like a bit of a Grace Jones moment. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, just something buildable. Quick look. Thanks.
I don't know who said but be open-minded. Yeah.
I want to
Piggyback.
I let my emotion kind of also guide my art, and I know some people are like, oh, when I'm in the funky mood or in the shitty mood or something like that, it's kind of hard to be in that creative space. Let that kind of help you, like whatever mood you're in, let that guide you to what it is that you create, if that makes sense. Like I feel like sometimes, oh, I can only do this when I'm in a happy, fun mood or whatever, but when I'm pissed off and I'm ready to, shoot some shit up, I want to put that into my art and it will reflect. I have a painting that says F you. And it's really cute, but that's how I felt, and a lot of people like that one. So, find your different avenues on how you can use what you got going on to help you be creative, if that makes sense. And it's very healing at the same time too.
Or also creative. I personally don't dress feminine at all. So this past week, I was like really pushing myself outside of that envelope, trying to try something new. I didn't know what about like feminine wear would work for this shoot. So just being around people who are just like, hey, have you ever tried to do a feminine shoot before? And I was like, no, but let's do it. Why not? So just going off of that and just being around people who also inspire.
Model, come through. You're beautiful, boo. Yes. You all work very well as a team. I do have one question for your stylist on set. What is your process for going about sourcing your items for the shoots?
Is probably the hardest part about being a stylist is because we don't always design things ourselves. So it's just really building those relationships. I personally like to work with local designers. So just being at events like this and just being like, hey, I'm a stylist or designer, just like in case like I have a photo shoot, like would you be interested? And just being upfront and forward about that, and building those relationships that way. And just putting yourself out there, it's kind of scary. Like this week I went to a boutique that I've never thought I would pull from before, and it was a little terrifying just to be like, let me put myself out there. Like, I know you don't know me, but I'm a stylist, and I gave them my pitch. Yeah, I was like, I'm doing this really cool photo shoot with all these amazing women, like you would be great, and she was so kind and caring about that. So a lot of designers are also open to more opportunities, and sometimes they don't have that. Sometimes they're a little more shy. So being a stylist is also, yes, it's getting the garment and the wardrobe and protecting these pieces with your life, but also you're protecting their craft. You're also opening them up to experiences they might not have. So thank you for that question.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see it's rigged up right here, and I have another one. They have a wireless system, so this wireless system just sends signal to my little corner over there, and basically I have a switcher that switches angles, so whenever they're shooting here, I'm able to see this, and then when they're talking, I'm able to see that. and then I got mics connected, and yeah, I'm just switching back and forth, just like television switcher, video switcher. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I just set up 2 lights so we can see each other.
1080 or 4K?
1080. If you want to do 4K, you gotta buy a switcher that's 4K. So 1080 is just cheaper. 4K is just much more expensive. Yeah.
Hey everybody, my name is Mark Brayboy, aka Shoot Your Mark. I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I'm a multimedia journalist. I do photography and I'm a writer.
Okay. You have any new upcoming projects you working on? Anything you want to share to the world?
I got a few things that's cooking up right now. I can't really talk about right now, but check out my Lupe Fiasco interview on thetribe.com, and also check out my story on Closed Sessions celebrating its 15th anniversary on Chicago Reader. You know, also got a lot of stuff on Rolling Stone you should check out as far as my Kanye recap from earlier this year, my Chief Keef story on Complex, and yeah, and always like check out my stuff on Instagram. I'm Shoot Your Mark on Instagram. You can check out some of my latest photos there, and shootyourmark.com. You know, that's where you can check out all my latest photography and stuff like that.
And one last question: what did you learn from this class today?
I learned one of the many things I learned out of this class is the power of putting together a good quality team of people that are passionate and like-minded as you to create some of the best things. Because you know, I'm a solo guy. You know, I do everything by myself. I shoot a lot of my own stuff. Sometimes I write and shoot my own stuff. But sometimes you got to realize that I had to realize is sometimes you need other superheroes. Sometimes you need other superheroes that, like, you may, like, for certain assignments, like, I may be a dope shooter, but I might have come across somebody else who's a better shooter than me, as good as I am at writing, to make something amazing. Like how they all put together, like, you know, you got the stylists, you got one of the best models, you got 2 of the best photographers out there that's doing their thing, and you know, that just kind of resonated with me as far as like putting together a team and creating dope stuff. So you need sometimes, like, you need just a passionate group, like-minded people to just to create some of the best stuff ever to just, you know, go far.
My name is K-Rod. I'm a photographer. I do a lot of storytelling, editorial, hyperrealism. We just had our first class at Home Base Studios for the lighting masterclass. It went really well. I had an amazing team behind me, from the hair, makeup, the model, the stylists, from the cooks, from the back of the house people, from the people who carry chairs, from everybody just helping me out. I'm so grateful to have such amazing people behind me and willing to help. And I'm very, very grateful for the amount of people that came and showed support. Chicago is a very, very large community of creatives, and I feel like there's a lot of gatekeepers in this community, so I really want to create an environment where people feel like they can ask questions or they can ask for advice and they can get tips and not feel like someone's trying to keep it all for themselves. So it was an amazing class, and I'm super, super happy with how everything came out today.
All right, 2 questions. Do you have any upcoming projects you want to share to the world and let people know about?
Upcoming projects. I just did a collab with Gente Fina and Mariscos La Playa. Mariscos La Playa is a restaurant in Little Village, down the street from where I stay. So I definitely wanted to bring Gente Fina, which is a Mexican-owned clothing brand, and Mariscos La Playa, an amazing Mexican-owned restaurant, and I wanted to bring them together and create stunning images that just, you know, highlight both brands in such a beautiful way. So that's one of the projects I have coming up, or I already shot, but I'm still editing, so that'll be out soon. And besides that, there's always going to be more exciting stuff coming up, and yeah.
All right, and the last question is, what did you learn from teaching this class today?
I learned to slow down. A lot of times I move really fast and I get overworked, but I think slowing down and letting stuff happen and looking at the shots, pausing, also slowing down with the model, and just letting everybody breathe, like that really, I really did a lot of that today because I was so overworked that I had to breathe, but yeah, just slowing down, taking a moment and not rushing into things.
They are, but like it's no longer. I tie in the tools that we get from modeling to help us build our self-confidence, right? So it's not me necessarily like, hey, come to my workshop, I'm gonna make you the best model in the entire world. It's like, what type of person are you actually? So instead of teaching somebody how to do runway or the focus is only runway, I'm teaching them how to have not even teaching, but assisting people in their presence when they're walking into any room, like any hallway, any street, any room that you're walking into. You gotta have the confidence to do that, right? That's your runway.
So you got to bring out somebody's presence and confidence.
Yes, assisting people with their presence, eye contact, posture, all these things tie into the modeling world, but in your everyday life. Because you don't want to have only eye contact when the camera's in your face, but when you're in conversation, when you have to raise your hand and talk, when you got a mic in your hand, when you walking in the doors that you pray for, it's like, how are you showing up? So I tie in the art of communication with the art of modeling to help with our mental health and our confidence. So yeah, I do still do, pose workshops, runway workshops, but the intention is different. Speakers and speakers. It's not even necessarily someone in the fashion industry. No, people that talk about being yourself.
Healers and speakers.
Healers and speakers. Those that are actually naturally inspiring us to see ourselves. That's who I look up to. That's who I study. That's who gives me the information that I need. And then I tie it into my art. And one of the art forms that I use is modeling. So I do so much, but this is an art form that I can express in. But it has to start with, who am I?
You're a very powerful person.
No, for real.
I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay in tune.
Alright, so what's up, y'all? I'm Dinero DeFriends, and what should I say next?
What do you do for a living?
But when it comes to the arts, I hold my own space within my organization. It's called STEP, a self-love service. It's all about tying in our mental health with our self-confidence. So we speak on the art of communication and the art of modeling. I don't like to say I teach people anything. I assist people in their journeys with evolving and becoming more. It's already inside of us, so I'm not teaching you how to be yourself. I'm just bringing that awareness to that light, stepping more into our light, stepping more into ourselves. What else? I am an artist in all forms. Modeling is one of my art forms that I express in. I paint, I draw, I sketch. I'm a henna artist. Music might be coming on the way. But other than that, any way that I can express myself, I'm not afraid to tap in.
Okay. Do you have any up and coming projects you working on? Anything you want to share, get out to the world?
Do I want to share it? Stay tuned. I don't want to share it yet.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then the last question is, what did you learn today from this Photoshop, from the photo class?
I learned how to trust my team. Like I said before, I really wasn't so tied into what am I wearing, how am I about to look, what's the makeup look. It was just like, okay, so these are the other artists that's about to create on this canvas. Y'all come with it and I'll show up. So I learned how to trust in a new way when it comes to other people's artistry. And it was beautiful. Like, I didn't know what to expect. And so I love how natural that was too. It's just like, okay, this is what it is. How do I feel? What can I embody within myself to showcase? And it was live. So even thoughts could come across my head of, I don't know, I still get nervous at times, but it's like, okay, so how can I take this and still be myself and show it? And so I did great. I did great. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of everybody. This was awesome. Shout out to you, K-Rod. Shout out, shout out, shout out.
Oh, man. All right, what up, y'all? So it's the end of the video. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that was in the video. You feel me? All the people that I met, all the people that I already previously knew, and like everybody in between. Shout out everybody. It was cool, you feel me, going to a photography class, because it's not like I specialize in that. Y'all know I do video. So if I can learn, how to enhance my skills any way possible, I'm always willing to learn. And I just want the game, you feel me? It was cool, you feel me, just learning about how everybody, like when I interviewed Mark, K-Rod, and I don't want to butcher her name, so I'm just call it D. You feel me? It was cool, everybody just telling me like what they learned from, you feel me, like the class and just the experience, you feel me. Like I think that's real dope, and it's it's something that us as individuals, you feel me, can learn and apply, to like our daily lives. If you feel me, like it don't matter like what the category is. You feel me? But you can apply it, honestly. Yeah, man, I'm just appreciative to be in the spaces I be in, you feel me? But I know I'm meant to be there, so you feel me? I'm just doing God's work. But yeah, man, I got more content on the way, more videos on the way. I don't know. Well, my next video is gonna be kind of raw. I'm kind of excited for it. So there's that, you feel me? So just be on the lookout for that. We growing, we almost at 1,500K subscribers. I'm excited about that, you feel me? But yeah, man, you feel me? I got more on the way, so stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe to your boy. Comment, you feel me, on the videos, you feel me? And we finna just keep running this shit up, man. I appreciate, you know, all the love and support, and it's up. I'll see y'all next video.